conversation still when it's
Because you
right
know
in their
why?
face.
You know why? Because it's been seeing people be treated and sanctioned with no impunity. It's a matter of where your heart is. And if you're still supporting Trump at this point, you have made a really decided decision of who you are and where your heart is. And I
Well,
think you need to be able to look in that mirror and
right.
know where your heart is,
But the price of eggs. But the price of eggs. That's what people said they voted for. The price of eggs. When I post certain things, people call me, "Oh, you fucking leftist, you this and that." I'm just
Listen, this whole thing is it's never been about eggs. It's never been about immigration. It is white supremacy. Call it what it is. Call it what it is.
So why do people not want to have the conversation still when it's right in their face?
You know why? Because it's so painful. It's so uncomfortable. It just is painful. Nobody wants to deal with it. It doesn't feel good. It's yucky. But until we deal with the fabric of this nation,
right,
we can't fix the him. Come on now. You have to get back to the basics of what this is. Now, nobody's saying, of course, somebody knock you in the head and you can't forget that. Well, how you gonna forget slavery? I mean, come on. That's not our history. I think that's the colonizers' history. Our history is how we were resilient and how we're here. They tried to bury us. They forgot we were seeds. We're still here. That's our history, our resilience.
Absolutely.
But the white supremacy thing is, and you know what I really am appreciative of, and this is where I appreciate social media and these types of platforms, Miss Hollywood, because a lot of people have seen the light. Not all racism is malicious intent. I heard a friend say the other day, a white friend says to a black friend, "Man, I am not racist." He goes, "I know, you're just white." Because there's a way you have been raised to think in America. It's all smokes and mirrors a lot of times in America. And I think that what is happening is the compassionate hearts, the people who've said, "Oh my God, I never knew life was like that." The Native Americans have a phrase and they say, "You never know a man until you've walked a mile in his moccasins." And I think a lot of people are trying on others' moccasins right now. And I'll start crying over this too. I'm that kind of sensitive. But I do believe that that there's a large group of people becoming more aware of what neighbors have to go through, what their housekeeper has to go through. I mean, we've lost friends and neighbors, our dignity. And I think we're pulling together because it's not just black folks and yellow folks and brown folks who are suffering. Now we're seeing white women suffering. And listen, I saw a white man in his 70s who was going to run the New York City, or one of the marathon. I think it was New York City, but he was going to run the marathon. And these fucking ICE agents threw him to the ground, broke his ribs. And after practicing for a year, he can't run the marathon. What did that man do? What was life-threatening that a 70-year-old white man did? So I'm not playing with y'all. If I had to throw myself out there, so be it. Just so we could have this type of conversation.